When I was a high school student, I did a summer camp here for a week, and we got to come to this facility every day. And I knew from that camp, I was like, hey, I want to end up here, no matter what it takes.
So as cliche as it sounds, I was always interested in cars ever since I was a kid. Automotive engineering here is all about making safer, cleaner, and smarter cars. That's exactly where I see myself working as well, contributing to this industry.
Viper.js and the Deep Orange programs have enabled us to provide a truly unique educational and experiential learning experience.
Viper.js stands for the Virtual Prototyping of Ground Systems Center. We're really trying to help the Army develop tools that help them design the next generation of ground systems, or ground vehicles. So we focus on things like autonomy and electrification, and really the design process. Deep Orange is a program that our master students participate in to design and build prototype vehicles. We learned years ago that you can't teach systems engineering or systems integration out of a textbook. The best thing to do is to go ahead and give the students a hard challenge like designing a vehicle and run through that entire process.
A typical day in Deep Orange, it was always something going on. I got to come in and I got to do so many more things than I thought I was going to do when I signed up.
We come in to give the students a hands-on experience with things like electrification and how do you design these next generation systems? How do you use the latest software systems that are associated with electrification or autonomy? And then how do you learn how to test them?
From the ground up, you encounter a lot of problems. You go into this thinking you know what you're doing, and you come out realizing you had a lot to learn.
Automobile is not a simple thing. It's not just you weld two pieces of plate together and you're done. You have all these different systems, all these different computers, all these different conflicting goals that you're trying to get to work together.
My favorite part is also actually the most frustrating part, which is when you start testing the vehicle. There are times when you thought the vehicle would do something, but it does something completely opposite. But that one time when it works exactly the way you want it to, it's like totally another feeling.
A lot of the students come in and they don't really have a lot of background on the software side. I spent some time working with them to try to teach them with the goal of helping them when they go into industry.
Had it not been for this project, I don't think out there in the industry somebody would have allowed me to be a part of the software development because I had zero experience of it earlier. I'm now continuing a PhD in it, so the learnings were immense.
I'm really passionate about specifically like CAD software, being able to create something in 3D and then be able to make it and hold it in my hands and give it to someone to use. I mean, I remember when we first got just the chassis back from it being done, I mean, it was like Christmas morning. That was what I was looking for in a career, and that's ultimately what I ended up doing with ARA, is I do a lot of design work there. Deep Orange has really prepared me in a lot of ways that like a traditional internship would not have. I mean, you come in and the amount of exposure you get to literally every part of a vehicle build is insane. And if you want to land a job in the automotive industry, this is your best bet.
We're always looking for new ideas and new ways to fund our students so that they can get the best educational process possible. As faculty, we sit down and we look at where the auto industry is going. Connectivity and ride sharing, electrification and autonomy. And we try to make sure that our students have an experience in those areas.
A lot of what we do here is the stuff that you might not notice in your day-to-day life, but kind of over time it sort of culminates in a large step forward in progress. Things like automatic braking or lane departure warnings or even just blind spot monitors. That's stuff that wasn't even in someone's wildest imagination 50 years ago, and now it's just a checkbox feature on your F-150. So a lot of these things wouldn't exist if it wasn't for research facilities like this.
One area that's special about Deep Orange and Viper is that, we're able to do these kinds of projects, and the technology that we're doing, the research we're doing is really kind of at the top.
I would like to see our students being in significant positions throughout the industry, continuing what they have been doing here with us.
And that's really why we exist, to generate the workforce of the future.